Hi, I'm Collier Lumpkin, and I'm so excited to share one of my favorite new recipes with you for Orzo Primavera. This year I've been really focused on trying to eat locally and to celebrate our local farms and food purveyors, and since spring has come back, it's the perfect time to start thinking about fresh veggies and ways to incorporate them into all the side dishes for your dinner. So, what we're making again is Orzo Primavera, and we're starting off with the veggies. Now, we have asparagus that have just come in here, and look at how tender and beautiful they are. When they're this young, you don't need to worry about peeling them or blanching them, no problem. All you want to do is make sure you get the woodsy ends off. So snap those off, cut those off, and you're set to go. I've chopped up some of those. I have some baby carrots here that were left over in the back of the fridge and were kind of at the end of their prime, so it was a great time to use them, and half a shallot. If you have a zucchini at home, you could use that. If you have a squash or sugar snap peas, whatever you have, go ahead and use them. This is a great way to clean out the fridge. So all I have in this skillet is some butter and some olive oil. I've kind of found, hold on, let me scooch these in there. I've kind of found that if you mix butter and olive oil together, you do a lot better with flavor and with a high heat. So that's why I have both. If you just want to use one or the other, that's fine. I know a lot of people are trying to cut back the animal fat, so they might just use olive oil, a little heart healthier, whatever you want is fine. But I've just added those to the skillet, and we're going to saute them. Now, because it's spring and because everything is so fresh and tender and young, you don't have to cook them for very long. So a few minutes and we'll be set to go. So let's think about our dressing. This dressing is going to have half of one of these containers of the chive and onion Philadelphia cream cheese. Such a great way to get that chive flavor, that onion flavor in without you having to worry about actually having them. So half a container of that. We're going to add to that a half a cup of pesto. Now I love pesto. It's really just basil, pine nuts, Parmesan cheese, and some olive oil. Blend it up in the food processor and you're set. If you want to make your own, you can. There are some great store-bought ones out there as well. So go with whatever you and your family likes the best. You know what else would be really good in this is a sun-dried tomato pesto, or I saw one the other day in the market that was lemon and artichoke pesto that looked awesome. Both will go perfect with this. So we're going to mix those together. Now, as you see, it's kind of thick, and we're looking for a dressing consistency, so I'm just going to add a couple tablespoons of olive oil, whatever helps thin it out for you. If you like yours really thick, that's no problem, but I tend to like it a little thinner. It pours better and mixes better in with the orzo and the veggies. So really, that is pretty much done. Could not have been any simpler. Cream cheese, pesto, and olive oil. Let me come back here and give this a stir. Oh, I love the smell of shallots. I don't know if you use a lot of shallots at home, but there's something really, it's kind of like a combo between garlic and an onion. It's not quite as sharp as an onion, but it's got that really great kind of fruity, garlicky flavor too, which I just adore. So we're going to give those one more minute, and I'm going to add our dressing to our orzo. Now this is orzo that we actually had for dinner last night, and it was left over. So it's kind of cool. Now this side dish works perfectly if you want to serve it hot, or if you want to serve it cold. It'll go great either way. You just choose. And as I'm mixing this together, I thought, gosh, this would also be great if you added some protein for a main course. So it's super, super versatile for you. Go with what you like, go with what your family enjoys. Add some rotisserie chicken or some shrimp that you've grilled. Oh, that would be absolutely delicious. So I'm going to toss that. Now I've got some parsley here. I love using fresh herbs. This time of the spring is great because the herbs are coming back in and they're just really kind of fresh and vibrant in your mouth. So I'm going to just tear some. You can chop it if you want, but I find that the herbs work really well if you just tear them with your fingers. No worries at all. We had this really cool indoor herb garden that we used all winter, so we've been spoiled and had fresh herbs all winter long, but now I'm so excited for the spring to come back, and the mint and the basil and the cilantro. Oh, love it. But this is just flat leaf parsley. So a couple sprinkles of that, and then let me check on those veggies. Oh, the asparagus gets really green when you saute it this way. It keeps its kind of crispy texture, but it gets super vibrant, which I love. I'm going to add a little bit of salt and just some crushed red pepper, and these veggies are set to go. Could this be any simpler? I love it. And it's a great way to get your kids to eat more veggies as well. If you've got a partner who doesn't really like vegetables, or if you've got kids who are, well, anti-vegetable. This is a wonderful way to kind of sneak some of those in without them having to know how many vegetables they're actually eating. So, you know, that's always a great one for us thinking about that too. So I'm going to toss in these veggies and we are all set to go. Oh, I wish you could smell it. It smells wonderful. So fresh, so springy. You know what? I'm going to try it. I think you're going to love this. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you had a great time. I hope you love this spring orzo dish, and I can't wait to see you next time. Bye.